Now let's go over the client's information screens. Let's pull up a client, pull the client's name, and you will see here is the main screen of the client's record. Here you have an option to view their account, schedule a new job, look or add notes on this client, update client information, or look at their pets. Because in here you will see everything that pertains to the client but does not pertain to the pets. Here's the client's name, but if you click on this little greenish yellowish button, it will pull up all the information on this client as far as their residence and as far as their pets. This is the same screen that your pet sitters will see. It will not have the client's credit card information if you have that, or it will not have their payment information. None of the business statistical information will be displayed here. Just the record of their address, veterinary, emergency contact numbers, and the pets with the feeding instructions, medicine if applicable, or any additional notes. You can just print this record or have your pet sitters keep those records printed. That's just kind of one at a glance overview of the client. On this main screen, you will see the top part is the same as on that printable screen, just everything that pertains to the customer's residence. Here you have statistical information. You will see how many visits this client has done over the whole period of being with you. And also it will place the customer in first, second, third, or fourth quartile, which means the customers with high frequency visits will be placed on first quartile. The customers who have used you once or twice are going to be in the lower quartile, probably fourth quartile. So it kind of gives you at a glance positioning of the customer to see how big or small this customer is for your business. It will also show the record of all the fees that you have priced this customer, and every time you run the payment, it will always keep a record of the fees that you have given to this customer. You don't have to use this area because obviously you can see the previous fees under the client's account. You can go in the previous invoices, but this is kind of like one place where you can see all the previous fees at a glance. It will show the primary sitter who has the key, if the customer has any balance. If there are any billing notes, you can enter it here. It will show you when the last visit was and the quoted fee, what this customer was quoted. Um, it will tell you that this customer has one pet, Alex. It will not go into detail of Alex unless you click on this pets link. Um, this sitter history is something very important for me when I am looking for a backup pet sitter. If I am trying to find out who has a key or who has had the key last. As you can see here, you cannot quite see the names of the pet sitters, so they're encrypted for privacy purposes. But you can see that there are different people who have taken care of this client over the period of time. I mean, there was this person, but then there were like different people stepping in. And the reason you want to see that is that if there was one person taking care of the client and then there was somebody else already took care of the client, so the client may have already met with that. So if a specific pet sitter has already taken care of the customer at certain date, you might as well assign this same pet sitter again, since the pets already know them and the customer knows them. So it's a really nice way to look at all the previous sitters, and you can see them all at a glance on one page. If there was more than two, you can see everybody. So before you're assigning a backup, you will see exactly who has met these pets before, and you'll be able to use that information without digging through the previous records. And also, if somebody is not sure where the key is and the customer wants to make sure that somebody has a key, you can always see who was the last pet sitter, and obviously if those visits have been completed by that pet sitter still have the key unless the pet sitter has already passed the key back to the client or the pet sitter or the other pet sitter. So you have all this information all at once. This little link, send credit card request, will allow you, if you accept credit cards, you will be able to send a link for somebody whose credit card has failed, for example. Um, this letter can be edited as well under my settings. Let me move this out a little bit. So you can have your own text here, but it will also tell that we have your MasterCard ending with, in this case, we don't have any credit cards on file, so that's why it doesn't have the last four digits. But it will automatically pre-populate the client's name, the last four digits of the credit card, and and I give them an option to either call me or click on the link below to update their credit card on file. Once they update their credit card on file, it will automatically update on their file, and I will receive a notification that the card has been updated, and I can now run the payment. So if I click send request, this email with the link will go out to the customer. It's a nice way, like customers who have expired credit cards, you will be able to get those cards updated in their files without even talking to the customer on the phone. So it's a really nice streamlined way to process the payments in the future, to be able to have the customer update their own card on file, and they can do it without even logging into their file in their profile. They can just click on the link, submit information, click submit, and the system will update it automatically.